Very lucky to have lots of different birds here on the estate and around the Falconry Centre. Look at the fresh. An awful lot of that is because Steve, the gamekeeper, does so much work on the estate for wildlife. Really does help with the bird life and many other species. They're loving it. Now we'll have ducks live here forever. What idiot said that? I wonder where they come from. Look, they're tiny. Must be from Bedlington, right?
Surely.
Where's the female one?
She's on the pond having a dip.
Are you for real?
Yeah. So let's see if they'll let me go out and see them.
Yeah, but then else now.
Hello, Duffy. You lot.
So here's a weird thing. My black king snakes here, Eastern blacks, not Mexican blacks, they're 4 years old. They're not huge. They were showing real keen sort of looking for a mate activity earlier in the spring. And I paired them up. I didn't see anything happen, only overnight. And I thought, no, you know, they're too small. They might be 4 years old, but they're too small. Never thought anything of it again. And the female's just laid a clutch of eggs, but they're kind of pretty small eggs, really. But definitely fertile eggs there. So we'll see what happens. Not something I was expecting, but a new species again, bred here. So 5 slugs, but some what appear to be fertile eggs. They look fine. We'll give them a shot. A little bit dried out because I've been actually probably there for 2 or 3 days. Here's a weird thing. Pueblo milk snake egg there from a retired breeder who retired for 2 years, and annoyingly they still go through the motions and lay a load of infertile eggs. She's not mated for a couple of years. There's a fertile egg. Aren't reptiles amazing? See what these do. Hand nice, hand arm out straight, a bit straighter. That's it. This is Fen, our old Bedlington terrier. Fen's 14 years old. He's actually older than that. Yeah, he can just about cock his leg, bless him. Fen's totally blind. I think he might see a bit of shadow, and he's completely deaf. He's still going, but bless him, he hardly ever gets let off the lead now on a walk, because if we're talking and he gets left behind just a few yards and we're not watching, he's not sure which way we've gone. He invariably turns back and goes the way we came from, and then he gets a bit worried and starts trotting blindly along in the opposite direction. But for sure, Bedlington Terriers are fantastic dogs indeed. This is Evie, Fenn's wife. They're both pedigree KC registered Bedlingtons. Don't let that put you off with a breed like this, depending I guess who bred them. But these two, in their younger days, produced a couple of litters of puppies. One of them being Kyle's dog Bud, who's himself now 8 years old. One of the best all-round Bedlington working terriers ever. Capable of many things, including retrieving to shotguns. So there you go. The Bedlington Terrier is a clever terrier. It's in fact not very terrier-like if you're used to your typical terrier. They've definitely got brains, they've got a good nose, and as I say, people say, oh, don't get them from pedigree stock. Well, these two not only produce an exceptionally good working Bedlington, Fenn himself, bless him, dawdling behind there, Fenn himself in his younger days used to work under my goshawk using his exceptional nose to find and flush game, as well as back in the day my son's ferreting dog. Very highly recommend breed that's really almost unknown outside their northern range for sure. Bless him. Zigzagging along. Got to keep an eye on him because we're walking along the river. Look at the blossoms on that crab apple. Wow, that's beautiful. Check out these pictures of John, the Tasmanian raptor rehabber, getting to work with wedge-tailed eagles in Tasmania. They're doing tracking, they're putting trackers on some of them, they're taking measurements, they're doing real good survey work on these eagles in the wild. I've also been sent a little bit of film footage, but he's put that on his YouTube, so check that out. Absolutely amazing to be able to work with such really phenomenal apex predators. Always grateful for John for sending these clips in. Something we don't get to see here in the UK. Have a look at them, then I'm going to flip you around and show you a disaster here in the reptile room. So in here is where the Asian water monitor was living. Different water bowl, because he's not in there right now. In fact, someone else is in here at the moment. This is my luck. So you make your own luck, really, for most of your life, good or bad. You do make your own luck. People go, oh, I'm having more bad luck. Think about how you live in your life. For the most part, this whole enclosure came ready-made with a monitor lizard living in it. The air vents are in place already. They're a tight fit and they're actually glued in. No, he managed to pull this one off and escape through the hole in the back of the Viv. Absolutely ridiculous. Never had that before. But let me show you something else. Hold on. It's been out for a few weeks now, but I've been leaving a water bowl down in the reptile room and some food in an enclosure down here with a heat lamp on, thinking if he's on the ground he can get over there. And I'm thinking that because on the ground elsewhere there was a poo a few days back, so I thought somewhere low down he can climb up here, he can smell the going off food. There's a monitor lizard, he'll smell that a long way off, and he's got water, he's going to need water. There was poo in the water bowl a few days ago. Yesterday a food item had gone. I was in the room today and I could hear scurrying about. And the little blighters found a heat source, top of this heat lamp. I can't catch him. I've tried to poke him out with a stick, got hold of his tail and he slipped away. The trouble is, I don't want to put pressure on him because if he's staying up there and he's found the food, my chances of catching him will increase. Yeah, the reptile room moves. Brought some new enclosures. I rehoused my Metallica tarantulas. And look at this. A few days later, one of them promptly died. No idea why. I'd like to think he's sort of below the level of he got stressed out and just died, this kind of animal. But for whatever reason, he died a few days later. When you've grown something on like this, from a tiny baby the size of a pea, it is quite upsetting when you actually move them into a new home. For whatever reason, this gorgeous creature just popped off. So, rather annoying news in the reptile room this week. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later.